Hey, what's up guys? Mint City here, back again with another video, and today we are going over my thoughts of Catalyst Black ever since its global release. Now, I played it a little bit in alpha and beta, and I didn't really play it that long, to be honest. I didn't really enjoy it, and it just had a long ways to go, and I was busy creating content for other stuff. But now that we are here, and I've spent a lot of time streaming the game, playing the game off stream for quite a few hours, I want to share my personal review and thoughts about the game in its current state. Now, keep in mind, check the date of this video. This is as of the date that this video is posted. Now, I'm going to be going over positives and negatives, and before I get into any of the negatives, I want to let you guys know that I'm a mega fan of Vainglory. I played it since day one release on mobile. I played it all the way up till a couple months after the 5v5 was released. It's my favorite mobile game of all time, and ever since then I've been an extreme fan of Super Evil Megacorp. I think they have great intentions, and they really make great games, and they have great ideas, a great art department, just great everything. So I want Super Evil Megacorp to succeed, and I want Catalyst Black to succeed. So I'm just prefacing this video with this so that you guys know that I'm just saying the negatives because I want to see this game succeed. So without further ado, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below any of your thoughts about anything that I mentioned in this video. I'm excited to get some discussions going. Now, let's get right into it. Now, as far as positives go, I know this is a hot take, but I do enjoy the game's art style. I can see why they leaned into it. It's a lot more approachable for all ages, I would say, and I think it's a very clean art style. It's a beautiful game, there's no doubt about it, and I think they've chosen a good art style that is good for all end devices instead of just the higher end devices. So that's a great positive. I love the art style, love the sound design, some great music, very catchy. Blown away with, and I expect nothing less from Super Evil Megacorp, honestly, with the art style and sound design. So those pass with flying colors automatically. Now, I do like the game modes on offer. They describe this as a battlegrounds shooter, and they want these large-scale battles with PvE as well as PvP going on at the same time. Now, there is a PvE-only game mode for those on offer, and it's like a horde-based mode, and that's really fun as well. Now, I do like that they have an interchanging game mode that changes every 24 hours, and I love the Capture the Flag game mode of that as well. I think Capture the Flag is super fun on this game because of the large-scale battles, all the chaos going on. I love the mixture of objectives with Hydra. I think it really mixes win conditions in a really good way that feels like you're juggling different things and you can adjust on the fly in order to succeed and win with your team. I really ended up enjoying Eventide, which you already saw in my previous video. When you party up with people in Eventide, I've never had an experience like that on mobile in any mobile game. It is so fun having those large-scale battles that feel like a MOBA, but with the action of a shooter. It's really awesome. And I just think the game modes on offer here are really solid. Now, I know that there's a lot of room to add more in here, and I'm sure Super Evil Megacorp has plans in the future on how they're going to flesh out these game modes, fine-tune them, and make new ones that we can enjoy. But I think the game modes on offer are solid. Some of them need a few tweaks, but at the end of the day, they're fun, and that's what matters. So I really enjoy the game modes. Now, I do also enjoy the controls. Now, this is a negative, and I'll just mention this here since it's already happening, is that I do think that there needs to be customizable buttons and controls. That's basically just a base need nowadays in mobile gaming, especially in multiplayer mobile gaming. When I'm playing on my iPad, the buttons are doable, but they're not comfortable, and I could do so much better on my phone because it's more sized to me. So I think that's a negative with the controls. But the controls on my phone feel great, fluid, no issues there. Very good experience when it comes to the controls. Now, connectivity, everything is pretty smooth. I haven't been booted that often. Keep in mind, I've only been playing since global release, and I've only been booted a couple times, which can be a negative as well, but I'm surprised at how few instances I get booted from a game in comparison to other games that have been on the App Store forever. So I'm mainly listing this as a positive. Now, that's about it. I do like the weaponry. I think there is a lot of great balance. I'm surprised at how well these weapons are balanced with how many of them they are. And I'm surprised with how different each of them feel when this really does just boil down to a twin stick shooter with abilities on the side. and they really do offer a lot of variance. I've been blown away with how different these weapons feel, how different their play styles are, and how well balanced they are. Yes, there's still imbalanced weapons here and there that are very OP, but that's just going to naturally happen in any multiplayer game, and I think the balance has been handled surprisingly well so far. Now we're going to be delving into the negatives. I'm sorry if I've been rambling a lot up until this point, but I'm going to be diving right into monetization. And I'm choosing to do monetization first because nowadays, without a game that is monetized well, it's gonna die. And that's how Vainglory died, is that it wasn't making the money it needed to make in order to keep it running, and they eventually had to just toss the servers into the players' hands and say, hey, we'll keep it on life support, but we've got to move on. And so it's important to me that Catalyst Black has a sustaining long-term monetization model, and right now I think this is the biggest red flag with Catalyst Black, is I think the monetization model is outdated, it's archaic, and it doesn't encourage players to spend money on this game. It really doesn't. I can see a very, very small percentage of players wanting to spend money on this game, and that's like the humongous whales, like literally the few and the proud that just love pay-to-win systems, and they're just gonna blow a ton of money on this system. But it uses copies of weaponry, copies of abilities, and you get these copies out of loot boxes. Come on, we are in 2022 and we are still seeing loot boxes in games, and this is disappointing to see from Super Evil Megacorp. I know after Vainglory they're like, we gotta monetize better, but this is not the way to do it in my opinion. As a super fan of this game who is looking for every opportunity and every reason to spend money on this game, I have no I have no desire to, because it doesn't feel rewarding to open up loot boxes and get crap that I don't want. So we're obviously, as players, going to migrate towards weaponry and builds and items and abilities that suit our playstyle. We're gonna kind of fall into our habitual playstyle where we know what we like and what we don't like. And you're gonna be getting and consistently getting crap that you don't like and don't use, and it's just gonna feel very unrewarding. And I think that system is just not good in the long run. You feel progression with leveling up your weapon's power, but as far as getting copies of them and having to wait to get 1 million copies of them once you get it leveled up quite a bit, especially for the really rare weaponry, it just takes forever, and it feels very unrewarding. It feels very unrewarding and very disheartening. Now, yeah, I think there's a huge missed opportunity with cosmetics. Look at their $100 pack. That's kind of limited time only, where it's only the top 1% of players of this game are gonna buy that pack, or whales, I should say. But the only people that are gonna be buying that pack it's such a small percentage of players are going to get that pack. But what's cool about that pack, and I think this is has a ton of untapped potential, is that you get an ISA that looks different. There's different animations, different animations for the weapon, different look for the weapon, and it changes your cosmetics and allows you to customize and kind of stand out a bit more on the battlefield. And I think this is a huge missed opportunity. You can choose a preset character. What? Like, the characters are well made, they're very different, but there's only a handful of them, and you don't feel attached to that character at all. Like, yeah, after you play the same character, you kind of associate yourself with one character, but there's a huge missed opportunity with maybe selling cosmetics for skins for new characters, or allowing you to customize individual parts of your character. Just cosmetics in general. Why is there no cosmetics in this game? People love, I'm a cosmetic whore. I will be self-professed. I'm exposing myself right now. I love cosmetics. And a lot of games solely monetize off of cosmetics for the game. Yes, Vainglory only had cosmetics until they got their other game mode, which was very pay to win. We'll get out of that. It's almost like we saw that system and they plopped it into this system. But with cosmetics, put some cosmetics in the game. That's a very safe way to monetize. And I love the art style of Super Evil Megacorp's games. They're going to make great skins just like they did in Vainglory. Get some cosmetics. Where's the Battle Pass? I know the Battle Pass is coming, but why was it not already here? Huge missed opportunity. The most hype for the game is when it releases, and that's when you're going to make a huge chunk of revenue if the player enjoys the game. And some people will just impulse buy a battle pass, just because the battle pass usually has, if it's done right, a lot of value, a lot of cool stuff in it. It makes you excited, it gives you a goal to work towards instead of just working towards unlocking loot boxes. And I want to make it clear while I'm on this subject, I do think it's very generous with how free-to-play players can earn boxes regularly and earn stuff regularly. I don't feel like I'm being like choked out and forced to spend money on this game, which is always good. I would be a lot more upset about it, but also that kind of hurts the monetization as well. It's kind of weird balance that they haven't gotten right yet. But yeah, Battle Pass, I think it's coming as far as I've heard, but it should have been there at release. Give us a reason to spend money on this game. But that's basically my biggest issue with this game, is that the entire game's progression system is revolving around a loot box system and getting copies of crap. And I know we've seen this work a lot. Clash Royale made this system popular, is getting copies of things and then leveling them up. However, Clash Royale came out a long freaking time ago. And Clash Royale isn't as popular as it used to be. It's very, very popular, don't get me wrong. But it's definitely declining in popularity, and we've seen games getting away from the copy-based system because everyone shoehorned it into their games. There's a better way to monetize games nowadays, and I think it's just too late for Catalyst Black. They've built the whole game around this system. So this is probably just a gripe that's going to hit the wall and slide down. It's not going to stick. So that's okay. But all in all, at the end of the day, my final thoughts, Catalyst Black has an insane amount of potential. There's a reason why I haven't streamed mobile games up until Catalyst Black released, along with some other games on the side that have come out that I've been really enjoying, but I regularly come back to Catalyst Black to stream it. It's because the game is fun, it's action-packed, it has really unique game modes, it's fun to party up with people, it's easy to party up with people, and it offers game modes and battles unlike anything I've seen on mobile so far. And I think if Super Evil Megacorp is careful with their next updates, I think this game can be a slow burn and eventually grow into something big. Kind of like we saw Apex released. It was pretty big at the start, and then it kind of went away for a few seasons, and now it's like the biggest battle royale on the planet because they stuck with it. They kept on trying to maintain a certain quality with the game, try to make it better, and now it's on top of the game 3 or 4 years later. That's what Catalyst Black is going to have to do, because honestly, the fanfare and reception for Catalyst Black, as far as it comes to people watching content on it, people making content on it, people streaming the game, I'm always the only one who's streaming the game on Twitch. How the hell is that possible when this game is this new? That's scary. I have never streamed and went live, and I go live at a very popular time, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, and stream for like 2 to 3 hours, and I'm the only streamer of streaming Catalyst Black. That doesn't necessarily mean that this game is doomed, but it's just not a good sign. It's not good to see that. So I'm hoping that something changes. I hope that Super Evil Megacorp doesn't give up on Catalyst Black and listens to players, especially players. This is just coming from, these thoughts have come from a player who's only mainly just played during global release. Now, players who have been playing since alpha and beta, they have even better feedback. And that's another positive that I want to give Super Evil Megacorp kudos for, is I feel like they really do listen to players. However, I don't know how these systems have made it to this point, especially with this monetization, because I'm sure other players have said something about them. So only time will tell. I have a lot of fun with Catalyst Black. Go check it out. The link to the game is going to be in the description down below if you've made it to this point in the video. And if you made it to this point in the video, please leave a like. Let me know your thoughts. It really helps me out as a creator. And I just want to see Catalyst Black succeed at the end of the day. Thanks for listening to my huge ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed it in some weird way. If you want to see more Catalyst Black content, as well as variety mobile gaming content, check out my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. That's all I do. All right, guys. I hope you guys are staying safe, and take it easy.